You're not addicted to your phone because you're weak. You're not distracted because you lack discipline. And you're not anxious because something is wrong with you. You're reacting normally to an environment that was designed to override your mind. Every scroll, every notification, every short burst of validation is training your brain in ways you were never meant to notice. And the most dangerous part is this: it doesn't feel harmful. It feels normal. Today, we're not talking about productivity tips. We're not talking about screen time limits. We're talking about what social media is quietly doing to your attention, your emotions, and your sense of self, and why so many people feel restless, empty, and disconnected even when their lives look fine. Your brain evolved for depth, not volume. For thousands of years, attention worked like this. You focused on one thing at a time, long enough to understand it, long enough to feel something, long enough to form meaning. Social media broke that pattern. Now, your attention is constantly interrupted, not aggressively, strategically. A video ends before your brain is satisfied. A notification pulls you away mid-thought. A like arrives just often enough to keep you checking. Psychologically, this is called variable reward conditioning. It's the same mechanism used in slot machines. Your brain releases dopamine not when you're rewarded, but when you might be rewarded. So you scroll, and scroll, and scroll, not because you're enjoying it, but because your brain is waiting. Over time, something subtle happens. Your baseline attention drops. Silence feels uncomfortable. Boredom feels threatening. You start reaching for stimulation not because you want to, but because being alone with your thoughts feels restless. That's not a character flaw. That's conditioning. Here's what most people don't realize. Social media doesn't just take your time. It changes how your mind feels when nothing is happening. You stop feeling grounded. You stop feeling present. You stop feeling satisfied. Why? Because your brain is constantly comparing. Your life versus highlights. Your body versus filters. Your pace versus curated success. Your thoughts versus endless opinions. Even if you know it's fake, your nervous system doesn't. Comparison doesn't happen consciously. It happens emotionally. And slowly, this creates three major shifts. 1. Your attention becomes shallow. You struggle to focus deeply. Long conversations feel draining. Reading feels harder than it used to. Not because you're incapable, but because your brain is trained for constant novelty. 2. Your emotional range narrows. Big emotions spike fast and fade fast. Nothing lingers, nothing settles. You feel stimulated, but not fulfilled. Busy, but not alive. This is emotional overstimulation, followed by emotional numbness. 3. Your sense of self becomes external. You start sensing yourself through feedback, how something performs, how others react, how much engagement it gets. Your identity slowly moves outward. Instead of asking, "Does this feel true?" you ask, "How will this be received?" That's not self-expression, that's self-surveillance, and it quietly erodes your sense of who you are when no one is watching. You don't fix this by deleting everything overnight. You fix it by retraining your nervous system. Here's how real recovery actually starts. 1. Rebuild tolerance for silence. Silence feels uncomfortable because your brain is detoxing from stimulation. Instead of filling every gap, let some moments be empty. No music, no scrolling, no input. At first, it will feel wrong. That's not boredom. That's withdrawal. Stay. Your nervous system needs to remember how to settle without constant reward. 2. Create depth. Windows. Give your brain protected time for one thing. One conversation, one thought, one activity, one creative act. No multitasking. Depth is how meaning comes back online. 3. Separate expression from feedback. Post, share, or create, but delay checking responses. Let your nervous system experience expression without immediate validation. This retrains self-trust. You learn that you still exist, even without instant reaction. 4. Notice the emotional aftertaste. Not how content feels in the moment, how you feel after. Agitated, empty, restless, calm, grounded. Your body will tell you what's nourishing and what's depleting. Listen to that, not the algorithm. 5. Re-anchor identity. Internally ask better questions. Not, how did this perform? But, did this align? Not, did they like it? But, did I mean it? That shift alone restores a surprising amount of self-respect. Social media didn't ruin your brain, but it did train it in ways that make peace harder to access and self-connection easier to lose. You're not broken, you're overstimulated, and the way back isn't through more control, it's through less noise and more presence. If this video gave language to something you've been feeling but couldn't explain, that's not coincidence. Subscribe to Under the Psyche for more deep psychology like this.